I'm sorry, y'all. My camera went off. Um. So, it's sad. It's sad that they're sick. But you put somebody who's diabetic or in a wheelchair, throw them in jail because somebody with seizures, and they have a seizure and they knock over somebody, you just put them in jail for assault. Would you do that? Well, how the hell you think you can handle these people here? These people need professional help. I'm tired of these. I remember back in the 90s, we had a psychiatrist at CCC, Dr. Flournoy, and he worked with his. Now, Prater, that's another matter. I don't know. I'm not even gonna say. Y'all know what I said about him before. He wanted to use the prisoners as slaves, the ones who got minor offenses, and they're in their right mind. So it said now that Richard Partridge said that the public needed to understand that schizophrenia is a disability, and argued that the government should not incarcerate people for mental illness. You can take a sane person, and if you treat them inhumanely, they can take out their eyes as well. And it says the former inmate is now living with his family. He said his mental health has dramatically improved. And he's blind. He's totally blind too. The damage to his eyes, however, was so severe that no surgery could bring his vision back. So he's slowly adjusting to being a blind person. Okay, and I got two other cases, okay? And not as long as it is, but it's just educational, And, they said his family, they called the police, but when he, got into one of his violent moods, when you have a family member like that, you need to kind of tell the EMS or 911, where this person is going through a psychotic episode. They have a history of schizophrenia and of being violent or this or that. See, they need to know that. If they know that, it may help. Instead of just saying, oh, he's just violent and crazy. I don't know what they told him. But anyway, we have another inmate. And you're never in a million years. Guess whose jail he was in? Our favorite coon, ex-sheriff David A. Clark. They got rid of his ass. They suing his ass too. And that coon needed to be put out. He was always on TV with his uniform on. But anyway, this is in Milwaukee. And ex-sheriff David A. Clark's jail. He's got like 3 pending suits in addition to this one right here, which includes this one right here I'm going to tell you about. There was another man who was mentally ill. He had, let me see. He had schizophrenia also. His name was Terrell Thomas. He died of dehydration. Now, I'm wondering, what happened? Well, like Mr. Partridge, he was acting out his symptoms, his psychosis, his psychotic symptoms. And what they do? They threw him in in solitary. Okay? it was a mini solitary, I think, because it had water. So the guard said that he was flooding the jail with water, and they went in there. They turned the water off for 6 days. The man he was hollering for help. He was thirsty. He needed water. They dehydrated the man to death. They didn't even go see him. They didn't even, like, when they normally give people their meals, they just skipped him. They skipped him. They didn't give him his meal, no water. They just skipped him. The next person, and they heard him saying, yeah, he's thirsty, he needed water. They just skipped him and gone to the next cell and gave the person their food and drink. And that's an awful way to die. Can you imagine? He was already schizophrenic. Ooh, it must have been schizophrenic times 3 to have, to die of dehydration. And, it was just awful. But they said he was arrested when he shot a man. He was waiting for a psychiatric exam, like Miss Partridge already had his. So they didn't do it. They didn't really care because they didn't have any kind of psychiatric diagnosis from a judge on him. But they turned that water off. On the 7th day, he died, and he died of profound dehydration. And another thing is I know they didn't give him his drugs, but when you take psychiatric drugs, you have what they call dry mouth. He may have taken them before, before he got arrested, and that dry mouth is something you have to drink a lot of fluids when you have dry mouth, and schizophrenics have very high doses of Haldol and stuff, and it's just tragic. But the ironic part is he died in the biggest coon in America's jail. Died in Sheriff David A. Clark jail. See, that's what you get when you so busy trying to be cooling for Trump instead of taking care of business. And you leave your subordinates in there and do whatever they want to do, and you all on TV. And 2 other people died too while he was traveling on TV in his hat, sheriff hat, and all his badges and all that. 2 other people died, so he's been fired. So he's got good 3-4 lawsuits against him. But they did finally fire him. But, and then what makes matters worse, he was waiting for President Trump to have him as the, Homeland Security, Director of Homeland Security. But after all that mess, they withdrew that offer. So he thought he had him a guaranteed job at the government and Homeland Security. He couldn't even take care of his prison. How you gonna take care of the whole America, which is Homeland America? These people trip. They're trip. Okay, now in our final case, has to do with a guy named from Florida, county jail. His name is Daryl Rainey, and he died of 2nd and 3rd degree burns when the jail turned his water up. Okay, so I'll get more into detail than that. He suffered from bipolar disorder. Wait a minute. Okay, let me read this right quick. An autopsy revealed that the jailers put him in the shower and turned the shower temperature up as far as it could go, and used that to torment him. And then they locked him inside. No, they did that because he had defecated on himself and flooded the he didn't flood the jail. Say he defecated himself. Don't say what else he did. But anyway, I don't know. I've seen them, defecate on themselves and put it on the wall, throw it at people. So I don't really understand the problem here, why they did this to him. And it was probably as a result of one of his, his illnesses manifesting itself. Some forms of bipolar can be psychotic. Okay, and they said he begged for help because they kept making the water hotter, and how they put him in a semi jail, and they said they just kept tormenting him by making the water hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. And they said the next day he was found in a pool of water face up. Now, the sad part about this is I'm not exactly sure what the family is going to assume most likely. The coroner said that even the coroner said that there was no reasonable I'm trying to think of what the coroner said. Okay, the coroner said that that they weren't liable, despite his wounds, and that his whole body skin was peeling off because of that. And and like I said, they work together just like those DAs and those police officers, when they supposed to be working with the DA, supposed to be working with the plaintiff and not the defense. So, this is one of these kind of little counties where, they work against the person, but they try to, help their friends. So the coroner, she gave a really lousy, reason. I mean, she saw that the man's skin was burned up and stuff. He couldn't do it to himself. So, those little, small little towns, I don't know. But I just wanted to tell y'all that because I want y'all to remember there are people who are mentally ill. They're not criminals. They are not sociopaths. They are severely mentally ill. And they do not need to be in a county jail. Like that judge said, they needed to put him somewhere in a mental health facility, or even I remember even Dr. Flournoy, he had a ward for the mentally ill inmates. And that was back in the 90s. He had that. He was pretty good. He was a pretty good prison psychiatrist. I work with him often. But yeah, they should at least have people trained. He's the same as I said about those other two. These people don't need training. Leave them alone. Get people already trained to deal with people who have mental illness, and they know the symptoms, when the symptoms come out, what to do. and how to treat them and where to take them. But you just get somebody out of high school or somebody just ignorant and you know, I already said about that test. I'm that psychopath test, because I believe a lot of these law enforcement people need that test. I know they hate me for saying that, but they do. It needs to be mandatory everywhere, and they need and it can't be just their psychiatrists doing it either. They have to have a specially trained psychologist to give that. They little homemade psychologist, PhD, they have to get a specialist consultant that's been doing it for years, at least 20 years, to give them that test. Because the little shit that whatever they do, the little evaluation, the psych eval that they give them, they talk to them, it ain't doing no good. It's not doing a bit of good. So, I hope some of you people in the mental health field and and criminal justice system think about that. Think about that test. And you all these are degenerates. These people are psychopaths. Hiring all these people. When, I mean, you can get a special psychologist as a consultant because the state gonna pay for it, and you won't get all these bums and torturers and madmen running the madhouse. I mean, it's awful. But that's just what I wanted you to know. And for you also who have family members who have a tendency to violence and stuff, just kind of refer to this video and watch what they do to your relatives. Don't just let them just take them and leave them and don't go and see them, please. Because if you catch them off guard, they won't be able to, they got another witness against them. Okay? Thank you and good luck. Y'all who have lawsuits.